Oh, what do we have for you today? Our top 10 today is animal reunions with owners. So be ready to feel all warm and cozy inside. And if it happens, let the onions do their work. We won't judge you. The animal friendship with humans is so intense sometimes we can't help but be inspired and feel more hopeful for this wonderful world we live in. Are you guys ready? Let's enjoy. Number 1 is Wussy. When their 7-year-old cat went missing, Helen and Philip, the two cat parents from Cornwall, were heartbroken to say the least. After searching for him for a long time, they decided they must move on with their lives. Their surprise came 3 years later when they got a call from a vet that the microchip they found on a cat showed it belonged to them. How did this happen? Well, Wussy had wandered 30 miles away from their house somehow. He stopped at Ginster's pastry factory, and when the workers saw Wussy, they decided he was so adorable they kept him and fed him lots of sausage and assorted meat. After 3 years, the workers decided it was time to visit the vet for a checkup, and that's when they discovered the little rascal had a family before. The owners were happily reunited with their little chubby monster. Number 2, Manuela. Tortoises might not be the most common of pets, but for this family in Rio de Janeiro, it was part of their household. In 1982, they renovated the house, and the construction workers left the front door open as they carry materials in and out. You can guess where this is going. When the owners couldn't find Manuela, the tortoise, they decided she left from the door. Going forward in time to 2013. The children of the family, they're all grown up. They're cleaning the house of their now deceased father. They open a storeroom their dad normally kept locked, and they find lots of broken electronics. I mean, come on, we all have those in the storeroom. Don't judge. Well, they took the cardboard boxes out to clear the room, and voila! Manuela was inside one of them, alive after 30 years. When they took him to the vet, he confirmed that the red-footed tortoise can survive for 2 to 3 years without eating, but this one apparently survived by eating termites, which the house was infested with. Wow. Is your heart melting yet? Because if it isn't, it's going to melt when you see the following videos and hear these amazing stories. Prepare, dear friends, it's all season. Number 3 is Charlie. Joe and Ade High from Hampshire in England had an indoor-outdoor cat named Charlie. In 2006, he didn't return for dinner. They called vets, searched the area, hung posters, nothing. Charlie was nowhere to be found. They gave up. Moved towns. Years passed. And here we are, 2012, and Joe and Ade are the parents of twins. Joe went to her old neighborhood with her mom and a real estate agent, but instead of a new house, she found her old cat. Joe took Charlie in her hands and knocked on doors to ask if anyone knew the cat. The house owner said it's a stray that they occasionally feed. Short visit to the vet later, it was confirmed Charlie was indeed their lost cat. After that adventure, he became strictly an indoor cat. No surprise there. Number 4 is Nigel. Darren Chick, a British man, was living happily in California with this little bird fellow and a parrot named Nigel. Nigel was so smart. He wasn't only talking, he even had a British accent. But a sunny day, as it's always sunny in California, Nigel flew away. Flash forward 4 years later. Nigel is at the veterinarian. Because of his microchip, Darren was contacted, and the two were happily reunited. Only there's one small problem. His British accent was not only gone, but Nigel spoke Spanish. It turns out that Nigel had been sold during a yard sale to the Smiths, a family that renamed the bird Morgan and loved him dearly, since he helped them recover from the loss of a dear family member. When Darren learned the story, he returned Nigel, or Morgan, to the Smiths, and they all lived happily ever after. Well, we're in the middle of the video, so it's time to remind you, if you want to support us, the best way would be subscribe to the channel with those notifications on, so you'll never miss one of our newest videos. And hey, give this video the thumbs up, and don't forget to check out the channel for more amazing top 10s that'll keep you entertained for hours. Now let's continue with our adorable friends. Number 5 is Corki. The young children of the Montez family were devastated to find out their beloved 1-year-old dog Corki had escaped his kennel in the backyard and was now missing. We're now at 2016, 7 years after Corki was gone, and the family from Texas gets a call telling them Corki was found along with another dog, and the microchip says it's their doggo. The Montez family happily adopted the other dog as well, a one-eyed dog named Captain. Corki protects his little brother like crazy, and the family suspects they were both looking out for each other during their years on the streets. What a life story. Number 6 is Suica. The Iwate prefecture in Japan was hit by a tsunami way back in March 2011. Takeo and Kazuko Yamagishi evacuated to high ground before they had a chance to find their indoor cat, Suica. She was sadly swept up in the waves. For 3 months, the couple searched for their beloved pet, but she was nowhere to be found. They gave up hope of ever finding her. But luck had other plans. 3 years later, some hikers noticed a black cat curled up in the high branches of a tree. After they rescued her, they noticed she had a collar with the name and number of her owners. Suica was returned and reunited with her loving owners. The high trees were probably where she went to save herself from the tsunami, so she kept returning to them to feel safe. Oh. Number 7 is Willow. Another house being renovated and other workers that left the door open, again the reason a beloved pet went missing. This time it's a calico cat named Willow who went missing in 2006 in Boulder, Colorado. 5 years later, the family got a phone call. Willow was found. Guess where? New York City, over 1,000 miles away from her original home. The cat became an instant celebrity after being reunited with her family. And the Today Show offered the family and would pay the tickets to come to New York and get their cat if they would get an exclusive to the story. No one knows how Willow traveled that far. Well, we've made it to the top 3. Are you as excited as we are to see the creme de la creme of the little furry friends who return to their owners safe and sound? Let's go. Number 8 is Reckless. When Hurricane Sandy hit in 2012, Chuck and Elisa James lost more than money to fix their property. They lost their best friend, a dog named Reckless, who escaped from their damaged backyard. After a year and a half of heartbreak, they decided Reckless probably died in the storm. So they went to a local animal shelter to adopt a new furry friend. Guess who was waiting in the shelter to be adopted? Yeah, you guessed it, it's Reckless. According to the couple, Reckless not only recognized him, but jumped 3 feet in the air when he saw him. Number 9, it's Opie. This tale is quite the unusual one. It's about Opie, who's a horse. It all started when Michelle was admitted to the hospital to have surgery and gave her father Opie, her horse, to take care of while recovering. But because the dad didn't have a stable, Opie stayed enclosed by a wire fence in the pasture. Someone, though, had their eye on Opie, and they managed to steal him from inside the fence. Father and daughter were heartbroken. They reported the incident to an organization called Stolen Horse International and waited for a phone call, and waited, and waited. And after 10 years, they finally got the call. Opie was found 200 miles away from home in a pastor's house who was trying to sell him on Craigslist. The pastor wasn't convicted of theft, but Michelle was finally reunited with her horse. All's well that ends well. Number 10, it's Fuzzy. It's another Michelle, but this time in New Hampshire, and a cat named Fuzzy. When the cat went missing, she began searching for her, only to hear from a neighbor that a black and white cat was run over and killed nearby. Devastated, she gave up on the search and accepted Fuzzy was gone over the Rainbow Bridge. 4 years later, Michelle has new pets and shopping at a local pet store about a mile from home. And suddenly, she sees Fuzzy, waiting to be adopted. After realizing it was indeed the same cat, Michelle paid the $85 adoption fee and was able to take Fuzzy home to meet his new siblings. Well, there you have it for today. The top 10 animals reunited with owners. Which one's your absolute favorite and why? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget, check out our other videos as well as our new ones and turn on those notifications to make sure you're up to date. We'll see you next time.